time I saw 9 playing before he joined Team Spirit was
Penta.
Penta. Yes, I forgot the name. So he was doing well, but I heard that he got kicked. Right now, he's doing a really good job. Extremely skilled player mechanically. Hope he found a new home, and it feels like he fits well in Team Spirit.
Yeah. You know, thinking back to when he played for Penta, he played a lot of Viper. That's what I remember from him. He played a lot of Viper, you know, just win your lane and try and win the game. But he's definitely been given a bit more room, it feels like, here with Spirit, with the heroes he's been allowed to play. Draft so far, though, pretty similar to what we've been seeing recently. Chen, Brood, Phoenix banned against Alliance. And then we see the Wraith King and Centaur. I like the Centaur edition there. I think that's a good ban against Hester, Joe.
Yeah, definitely one of his better and most played heroes. They're opening with the IO Bloodseeker. That's an early Bloodseeker pickup. Really good against the Weaver because you always have the vision on the hero if he's low HP. Bane. Another game of Bane for FNG. Definitely his hero in this game. And Bane doesn't scale if you play him as position 4. Doesn't scale with the item, still does the same thing.
Just run around with boots.
Yes.
There's the Spectre ban, so Skitter, his hero pool has been cut quite significantly.
So what are we looking at? Weaver already has a gap closing ability against the IO, but I think they're gonna need to get something else. Bloodseeker, IO don't provide any kind of a lockdown against heroes like Storm Spirit, Ember Spirit, so Alliance should be careful about that.
Yeah, it makes me wonder where they're going to get that teamfight control from. Like Earthshaker here might not be bad, but slotting like an Earthshaker in with an IO, so many of these teamfight supports play in that position 4, which the IO obviously slots into so nicely. So really, I feel like it's going to come down to what Boxy plays. His initiator from that off lane at least have a way to lock down the Weaver. Team Spirit the first to pick out of that phase, though, banning out the Mirana. Like you said, they've got a couple of ways to deal with the Weaver and the Bloodseeker, and now a very flexible pick in the Tiny, not giving away any of their laning setups.
That's the gap closer against the IO. Also really good against the Bloodseeker. If he goes in, you can just toss him back or solo kill him if he has the Blood Rage on.
Yeah, you've got a number of ways to kite the Bloodseeker. Toss and Avalanche.
Again, Rubik IO combo.
Okay.
Not a big fan of it because you don't have a control. So Team Spirit could go for one of the Spirit Brothers if they want to, excluding Earth Spirit.
Feels decent against the Bane. You've got that lift to cancel grip. You've got the guaranteed steal on grip, but
the thing I like about the Rubik is when you play against Weaver, you can set up so many kills after you steal Shikuchi.
Well, that's true. He's got Weaver and Bane to steal off of. Still need that Boxy hero, though, that ties everything together. Team Spirit. Bane, Weaver, Tiny, so feels like
Drow Ranger.
Oh, that's the hero that was not banned. So this could possibly be a position 4 Weaver with the Drow Ranger aura. It scales really well. You can itemize it in many ways. Get Urn, get Spirit Vessel against the IO, against the Bloodseeker, so they're not gonna heal up. Also getting Aghanim Scepter. In that case, people are not gonna die.
5 seconds remaining.
What's this Tiny for? There's the gap close against the IO, that instant burst against the Bloodseeker. Do you want him as a core hero, as like a lane matchup against the Bloodseeker as well?
They can do whatever they want with their heroes. They can put Weaver on the side lane. They can play Tiny position 4. Bane is definitely 5. Drow Ranger is gonna be played on the safe lane. So they can switch things around with Tiny being played as a mid, as a off lane or as 4.
Definitely makes things spooky here for Alliance, though. Because now, you know, you're talking about the need for a team spirit to have gap close and try and bridge that distance onto the IO. Alliance need the same thing against the Drow and the Weaver, but on top of that, they need stuns and disables to come through from that hero as well.
They could get a CK if they want.
Yeah.
They played a CK, good, really good with IO. They don't have any kind of a AoE that deals well with the CK illusions. Tiny provides some. Okay, so that's the gap closer. Throws one in the air. A lot of control. Team fight control.
That's their Chaos Maker. The Brewmaster. Even just the Drunken Haze, being able to throw that onto the Weaver or the Drow, negates a lot of their damage, especially in the early stages of the game. Removes their ability to CS completely.
5 seconds remaining.
But then are we looking at a Brew Rubik lane or a Brew Io lane? Bloodseeker's starting to feel a little bit out of place in this game. It's good against the Weaver with, you know, the Rupture, the Blood Right. Weaver's going to be a little bit annoyed with that. Does have a couple of tools to help in team fights. I'm just worried about his laning stage, to be perfectly honest. Final bans now.
I still think they could go for either Storm Spirit or Ember, but you have a Drow Ranger, and having 2 melee heroes doesn't feel good. Like, you want to boost your mid hero. So one of the heroes that Team Spirit could go for, the burst damage against the Bloodseeker. The Lina comes to my mind. Let me just check the heroes.
Even something like a Necro in this position.
Dire team ban.
Tinker gets banned out by Spirit. Just one of those annoying lane matchups. Tinker does very well, no matter what you pick, pretty much. Alliance have so many heroes that they can consider banning here.
10 seconds.
Probably the most afraid of Storm.
5 seconds remaining.
Team Spirit
Dire team
lacking nuke damage.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense that they banned out Storm. Aura, no control, again from Rubik. IO cause a lot of problems.
And there's no way for like Bloodseeker, IO, Rubik to retaliate if Storm Spirit jumps on them as the game progresses.
10 seconds.
Alliance need to
remaining.
round this draft out, and they need to do it pretty quickly.
5 seconds.
Very
remaining.
little reserve time remaining.
They could
for
get
them.
a... Sorry, okay, Zeus is banned. I was thinking about the Zeus for Alliance.
Arc Warden for them. So Magnetic Field against the Drow strat. They've got plenty of chaos creators between Brew and Bloodseeker. Feels like Alliance have kind of set themselves up for these, you know, almost like dead lanes where they don't care if they kill their opponents as long as they're trading farm and, you know, building things up slowly but surely. They feel
10
okay.
seconds remaining.
Because it's going to be that breaking point, what, 20 minutes in,
5
where
seconds remaining.
Team Spirit, they're ready to try and take tier 1s, tier 2s and open the map up for themselves.
They could get Invoker if they want, with Draw Ranger, Aura, Boss Wax, even Exort can work.
Mirana got banned, right? Yeah. And there is the Invoker.
Choose your hero.
9 Invoker again.
So that's gonna be a hero. That's probably gonna go for Quaswex build, and he can run in around, just pick off Rubik, IO, even Brewmaster. Brewmaster can't split with the Cold Snap, so they needed more control. Also, he can build a Spirit Vessel against the Bloodseeker and IO, as I mentioned during the start. It's gonna be really good.
Yeah, that feels really nice. I'm a big fan of Team Spirit's draft. Position 4 Tiny as well. Like we were saying, that draft could have swung any number of ways, and with a Drow strat, now having a Tiny be that position 4 roaming, harassing, annoying hero that will get his blink and have that burst potential against the IO Bloodseeker. Should be a good setup for them. But Alliance have so many like nasty ways of defending towers, TPing and reacting, and really getting these kind of retaliation fights going where if Team Spirit dive a little bit too hard, they feel like they've got the damage from Drow Ranger to, sneakily get away with a kill. Bloodseeker can come in with a lot of movement speed and slay some of these squishier heroes, because we're looking at Spirit with all of this damage, all of this control, but where's their HP? Where's their sustain?
I gotta say, Team Spirit lineups is my favorite. We'll see what the Invoker is gonna do on that mid lane. Depends how Invoker is gonna play at the early and mid game, and if he's gonna be able to control the game. 1 second, they say.
Tiny and Bane going for triple mangoes. Very important, guys. Keep that vitamin C going on these supports.
You'll have to do better than that.
Fight me.
Alliance don't favor the triple mango strat. None of them going for it. So lanes, how are we setting up? Looks like Team Spirit are going to run top with a couple of heroes and maybe look for first blood.
So Invoker's going for 1 point in Exort. That doesn't mean anything, but judging by the items that he has in his quick buy, it's gonna be an X-Quas, Wex, Exort, Invoker, whatever. It's gonna be Quas, Wex, Exort, Invoker.
It's going to be an Invoker, guys. I'm looking at this. So double null treads Yule Scepter. We don't see Yules very often on Invoker as a primary item.
Depends. He can still swap things around. But if he goes for that combo, he has a guaranteed combo with Yule Scepter. I'm not a big fan of Hand of Midas on Invoker, I gotta say.
30 seconds to battle.
Not anymore, no. Like even just like Aquila drums. There's obviously the Wex Exort. Oh, you've got me saying with a Wex. I keep thinking of the old Topson Wexort build with Rod of Atos. That's all I've got in my head now. Like Alacrity with Drow Aura Invoker with the Wexort build sounds pretty nasty.
It's called the Wexort build.
Wexort, yeah, that's the one. But yeah,
Battle begins.
Quas Exort. We'll see what he does. I'm interested.
1, 2, 3 runes for Team Spirit.
Easy peasy. Grab them all up. Top lane will be the Weaver. Helped out by Tiny. Io and Bloodseeker, the dual lane for Alliance. And they do have the Rubik Brew facing off against Drow and Bane. Probably the flashpoint down at bottom that we'll be paying most attention to is the aggression in towards the Drow. There's Qualifier in a 1v1 against Nine's Invoker. Sunstrike, nice. Qualifier, so smart.
He tried to get the range creep, but Qualifier knows what's up.
Yep. He knows your strats. He knows that play. Not new by any means, but look at top. Aggressive already from Hester Joe in onto Tiger's Io. And Tiny's punch is so incredibly powerful and strong, but the Fairy Fire with the salve keeps Tiger all nice and toasty and alive. Tethers back in. Well, bottom lane, a bit of a trade back between FNG and Insania.
Sunstrike costs 175 mana, and then he misses that creep. That gotta hurt, man.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it if you get the CS, and definitely not if you don't. It's like that the old Eternal Envy mantra, right? With the bounty runes, when bounty runes used to be super strong. First blood for bounty runes, perfectly fine, as long as you get the rune. But if you don't, it's a disaster, and a bloody bad one at that. FNG, what are you up to? What is he doing? Running in behind Boxy and Insania. He's tanky, he brain saps back, and he's still alive. Stick up and ready to fight. Baits out a ton of spells and mana there from the Dire team, so Drow Ranger, perfectly happy now. I wonder if FNG even cares if he dies here. Drow Ranger is being kept absolutely beautifully alive, free farming in this lane. Boxy's pinging it now, saying, hey, FNG's messing with our brains. We can't kill him. He's too tanky. Triple Mango is there.
I wouldn't say Draw Ranger is free farming, especially against Drunken Haze and Under the Tower. Level 3 Draw Ranger, pretty hard for last set.
For the few seconds that FNG was running around, she's getting nothing until FNG makes space. Good little pull from the Bane. Nothing to pull across into, though. Radiant Observer Ward, in fact, blocking the large camp. So we'll get a double wave of Radiant creeps here now. Boxy and Insania going towards FNG, but a Nightmare holds the Brewmaster in place for a couple of seconds, and that will be that. Boxy under no real threat, while top lane, Salve's being popped here by Team Spirit. Mika and Tiger, once again, this annoying hand-holding duo between the Io and the Bloodseeker. Shikuchi forward, Hester Joe just trying to put a little bit of fear in the back of the mind of the Alliance players.
Everyone's being low on the map, so once Bloodseeker gets level 3, they could easily score a kill.
We can see 9-202, so he's going cross exort. Did you hear the delay I put between my words? Just to make sure I say it correctly this time.
The amount of the heal that Bloodseeker receives with the Tether and Blood Rage. But he should be careful. Tiny's level 3, so he can use the combo. Has enough mana.
Oh, but the stick with the Tether. They go for it, and first blood will be the Io. Mickey survives, but Hester Joe with that first blood money going to feel really good about himself in the top lane, while middle, Cold Snap is there from 9. Strikers.
Double damage.
Sunstriker's invoked. Yeah, DD for Quake feels pretty damn good.
I mean, how do you balance double damage? I think double damage is a little bit overpowered, but how do you balance it? Like 0.90 or 90% damage. How would you call it?
I cannot answer this question. Please just say it was a rhetorical question and move on. Sunstrike top, going to be a little too late as Mikke's already burst down. Tiger feels the pain from Shikuchi, but no follow through from Biver. He's got a toss. Tiger too high on the HP, especially with Salve and 7 stick charges to his name.
They might get 4 runes on the side of Team Spirit again.
1, 2, 3. Go on, Biver, grab it up. Oh, he's gonna buying bottle. No, 3, 4. Oh, there we go, 4 runes.
So that's 7-1 so far.
Not too bad, not too shabby at all. And these dual lanes working out reasonably well for them. Drow Ranger 9 and 3, not going to be singing any happy songs. She is the Aura bot, making the other lanes much nicer for the Weaver and the Invoker. 26-6 on 9.
You don't expect to win a lane where Drow Ranger is. You just want to win other 2 lanes.
Oh, Tether in time with a stick. Tiger survives and gets away from the swarm at the same time. But this is just super obnoxious from Team Spirit. And 9 with this global Sunstrike. Should be thinking about the kill on top lane. If they're able to get Biver into position with the Avalanche and the toss, which should be coming soon. Tiger is here with only 4 stick charges. He should be dying, right? Blood right, Biver, Avalanche, toss, Sunstrike, pop. Mickey nearly drops, but the Fairy Fire with the stick charges up. Io keeps him alive for 3 seconds longer than really he deserved, while Quake's little Tempest double will come in and do nothing.
Wyvern has enough gold to buy his bottle, so he's just gonna regen up, come back to the lane. Just kidding.
TPing middle. FNG has a nightmare after the cold snap is done, holds him in place, and Biver. Good play by Insania, but it won't be enough. Quake still drops. Insania will try and fade bolt back, but in the meanwhile, Tiger has died to a dive from Hester Joe up top.
They're gonna need to play around Brewmaster. Once Brewmaster gets 6, they need to get a couple of kills because they're losing their other lanes. Brewmaster's free farming, has phase boots, almost level 6.
And so much about Dota nowadays feels like you have to win 2 lanes to win the game.
Yes.
So much of the drafting prowess and the gameplay of these top-tier teams is pretty much about dumpstering 2 of the lanes, or at least trying to even the balance. And, you know, Boxy, okay, he's nearly level 6. He's got his phase boots up. He's had a pretty good time down bottom at 35 and 18. Net worth-wise, though, he's 3rd. Weaver and Invoker really starting to race away with this game. There we are, 9 on the Invoker with double null treads going, like we said, into that Yules and the Aghanims just after. Looking for a Sunstrike kill somewhere. Eyeing up the Rubik. Where's Biver on this Tiny? He's lurking around in the shadows near Roshan. Good Spark Wraith. And the ping comes out. Even with vision there, Biver can't make a move forward.
Sadly for him. Rune is on the bottom. Weaver is gonna hit level 6, but he should be careful. Bloodseeker is already 6.5 on top.
Oh yeah.
Boxy doesn't want to use ulti just to kill FNG.
Well, he's gonna have to.
Just kidding.
Does pop it. Gets the stun before that TP completes itself up. Cutting the wave as well here. Just getting as much utilization out as he can. Even going forward with a Storm Panda can Cyclone the Drow, gets some good damage in with 2 of the little Windwalks there. Sends Drow up into the sky. I hear a... Yeah, I heard a Sunstrike middle. I'm not going insane. Qualifier with the Illusion Rune standing around the creeps that he needs to claim.
So Drow Ranger is level 6, which means that Invoker is going to deal a lot of damage, and Weaver, especially on the top lane. Look at the amount of the damage.
Yeah, and Mickey has to deal with the Swarm and the Tree Toss, and the Shikuchi forward from the Weaver will claim the kill onto 1, and the damage from the right clicks. Geminate attack, the IO down to death. Qualifiers Tempest Double will time out and not give any gold across to the Radiant team.
What announcer is that?
Which one? Might have been Gabe Newell.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Double kill.
Double kill.
No emotions.
No. It's very good. Hand of Midas for Qualifier. Score is 7-1, but only a 1,000 lead for the Radiant. FNG, yeah, getting dogpiled on. Stick charge with the raindrops might be enough to keep him up and running. Joe the trees, but a crit from Boxy. And lag for me as well as the players, it appears. Lag with a double G. Lag with a double A. Lag with a triple G. Oh, can we get some more in here? Triple A, triple
Just
G?
a G.
Just FNG with a G. And there we go. Insania calls to go as well. Yeah, so 7-2. It feels like Spirit, you know, have won 2 of their lanes. The Drow lane didn't go particularly well. Where is Alliance getting this farm from, though, to balance it out?
Panda has a huge amount of farm. Level 7, 700 gold away from a Blink Dagger. He might swap things around if they feel that this game is gonna last really long. So he might go for Hand of Midas, but I think he should help other lanes. Arc Warden also getting Hand of Midas. Top lane is getting destroyed. Mickey 0-3-0 has Rupture, doesn't want to use it. Just kidding.
Hester Joe might be the one in trouble now, though. Quick time lapse back, but Boxy is here. Mickey dodges the tree. Tiny nearly had him, but Boxy's cleared up Hester Joe, and a nice streak to steal. The Sunstrike will be off the mark. Mickey there with Boxy holding hands to tank it up just in case.
If he already committed there with Weaver, he should have gone full in, just get a kill on a Bloodseeker and just die. No way he's getting out after Panda DP'd.
A bit of a disaster. Does open the map up a little bit. I mean, Skitter's been farming jungle for the past 3 or 4 minutes. Not showing anywhere on lanes, but FNG has gone from level 3 to level 5.5 in not too long, while they do hunt down Insania. Does have telekinesis and 10 stick charges, but pop goes the Sunstrike, and with the Swarm on top, he will get taken down. Unfortunately for Boxy, a quick nightmare will make sure he has no part to take in that fight.
So Alliance is actually leading in terms of gold. Arc Warden's farming a lot. He's using his Tempest Double to farm the jungle.
That's what I was kind of confused about. Like, you know, 7-1, 8-3. Alliance, they keep having this, like, you know, 500 net worth lead here and
Okay,
there.
so the advantage was around 100 because it just switched back to Team Spirit.
Very little. I mean, you look at the Bane, sub 1,000 net worth. That's where a bit of the disparity is. But a steal of Shikuchi and Sania not able to commit onto Hester Joe, and now the turnaround potential. Fiend's Grip and Sunstrike makes things look so simple for 9 to grab that kill, even diving a little bit for Boxy. Hester Joe tempering his patience under that tier 1, not going to go for any overzealous plays this time.
Oh, Brewmaster is going to pick up a region. Did he buy his Blink Dagger? Yeah, so... I mean, they don't have the initiation tool, considering that you have a Rubik, you have Io, your mid lane is Arc Warden, so no way to start a fight. He needs to buy more time for Arc Warden. Man, Beaver, I never know what to call him. It's so farmed.
He told us that he doesn't care.
Okay, so he doesn't care.
Ready? Think you're gonna do good?
Which annoys me more than anything.
Okay, we're gonna start with you guys.
But yeah, we asked him at one of the WSG events, like, what do you want us to call you, Kiver or Biver? And he said, I literally don't care. Bottom lane, Brewmaster split with the time that's back into the beautiful, beautiful Blood Right of Mickey. Hester Joe will pay the ultimate price, and Team Spirit looking to try and commit for more. 9 hiding in here with a Cold Snap and a Sunstrike. Off the mark, completely whiffs. Bloodseeker, though, still caught. Tossed into the air, but another Blood Right through with the tether forward. Alliance, are they doing it? I think they bloody well are. 4 of them survive alive. And this tethered IO up with Mickey's Bloodseeker gets him a triple kill. While Spirit, what were they doing, Lacoste?
That was 750 movement speed Bloodseeker, 3-man Blood Right. The fight didn't start really well for them. Alliance with a great execution. Mickey, Blood Right, where he's gonna use the time lapse just to secure the kill.
That really was very nice. And in the meantime, you've got, yeah, you're looking at him right now. Quake's just in the jungle. He is just farming his balls off.
That's gonna be like 11-minute Midas, 14-minute Maelstrom. Yeah.
And there we have it. Comes out on the courier now. FNG, this is the kind of game I was talking about. Windlace, Magic Stick, Observer Wards. 1 raindrop in the backpack for an earn later on if he so desires.
Oh, what a deny.
Has been denied. Dire's structures.
Check runes, please. That I was going to say, if he doesn't all chat one of the little chat wheel lines, I'm going to be upset. Might just have spotted that Observer Ward from the Bane as well. As it does get quickly put down. Tiny closing in on Blink. Vital item for Team Spirit. They get that jump and nuke damage in. Especially when this IO Bloodseeker are being absolute nuisances. Insania gets found back in the jungle as FNG and Biver both finally collapsing onto a kill that they can finally take. And will lead to a tier 1 middle for Team Spirit as well.
Middle tower has fallen.
What do you have? 2 for 2 runes. They're gonna kill the bottom tower. Not gonna be able to find Brewmaster.
Boxy baits them top, and then he blink TPs out.
Yeah, I'm checking what Brewmaster has queued up. Soul Ring. Like right now, I don't think it's really good to go for a Soul Ring. If you want to buy a team fight item that's good against the Drought, that's good against Fever, and gives you mana regen, you could go for Vlad's.
Especially 16 minutes in.
Yeah, you
like
barely see this Soul Ring being bought ever. Like,
yeah.
Not even in the laning stage. There's just a specific hero that buys the Soul Ring.
I could, you know, I could see it against a Wex Invoker, against the EMP, it could be nice, but Koikva, unfortunately, getting cracked with his grip there, but with the rest of his team coming through, Biver's forced to toss the Bloodseeker back, still ruptured up, and Brewmaster's split will come in to clear up another one, so both supports of Team Spirit gone as Alliance grouping up very quickly. Find the takedowns, and I thought that grip would have found Koikva, but there was just no follow-through from Team Spirit. They were nowhere near.
Alliance is playing way better in the second game. Also, Drow Ranger, just doing Drow Ranger stuff. 0-0-0. She's just empowering the other lanes.
Dragon Lance. Shadow Blade queued up. Tiny really desperately needs this blink though. Team Spirit might be thinking about a smoke. Got one on FNG. Go for the D ward now. They've grouped up on this high ground, which is usually a big indication that they go and smoke into this jungle to try and control Roshan. Oh man, that Dire Sentry doesn't quite catch the Observer ward, ever so barely out of range. And Team Spirit skipping the fight part and going straight for Roshan.
Yeah, meanwhile, Mickey, look at the amount of farm that he's getting. There was a triple ancient stack, 2 stacks on the other camps.
What is up with these Manta styles? Because Mickey has one again. We saw it from Skitter last game. Seeing it from Mickey this game. We've seen, what, 4 or 5 Mantas today. It was Iceberg, Shadow Fiend had one. Seeing a lot more.
That was not really effective on Shadowfin.
No.
In this game, I can understand why he can get out of Invoker spells. It gives him some good stats, tankiness, out of Gust as well.
Dire are scanning.
Makes it a little bit more difficult for Tiny as well. Unable to consistently get those Blink Avalanche tosses up, especially now that Biver has the Blink in 70 gold. He'll get there after this creep camp. And a bit of that gold over time. Deny on the top tier too. That's 2 towers now denied. A good gust onto the IO Bloodseeker, and a Manta out of it will not successfully allow Mickey to find a kill, and a couple of TPs there from Team Spirit. Unstoppable apparently, as there are no stuns from Alliance on the heroes that move top. Really, their only reliable stun is Rubik. Bit of a problem.
They need a Basher. I'm not even kidding. Basher is a good item. The 3rd item on a Bloodseeker.
Yeah. You can definitely see that. Oh, Boxy. DD Weaver with a Sunstrike on top. 9 Invoker. Only 1,000 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter as well. And that's when this hero starts to become playable. How much damage? He's doing so much damage with Alacrity and Drow Aura. And with FNG backing him up, not really too afraid about the aggressive nature of the IO Bloodseeker.
FNG loves to ping and draw on minimap what's happening, what they need to do.
Well, Biver needs to find a kill with this blink, it feels like.
Yeah, they have wards on top side of the map, but playing the bottom side. Weaver just staying top because she can't die that easily. Unless she gets ruptured, she's not gonna die. Let me check what Arcorden has queued up. It's a full Mjolnir after BOTs.
Alliance, they don't see anyone at all. They just catch a glimpse of Biver coming through this river now. I'm just looking at this vision from both teams. Very apparent that both sides have a very good idea of where each of them are hiding, but look at that damage. Mickey shreds through the Tiny. 9 and FNG thinking about dogpiling in and getting involved in a fight there, but there's no fight to be had. Alliance group up, objective in their sights. They want the tier 2 bottom, and if they can get any additional kills on their way through, it's all gravy. 9 with the Aegis still in hand. Back into the trees to hide away. Looks like he's got out of the danger zone. FNG still lurking here with Mickey potentially alone, but he never really is. The IO's always there.
They still have Aegis on Invoker. Okay, they don't want to fight because Invoker didn't have Aghanim Scepter there. Oh, he's actually going with Panda.
On strike, the meatball, the damage is there. 9 gets the kill. I love this new combo as well.
Radiant structure.
Honestly, I can't believe it took so many years for people to get the Cold Snap Tornado meatball combo going. So strong. Mickey tethered up, but there we have Biver finally on top of the little IO. Tiger still alive. Sunstrike with a pop in. Oh no, he's just dancing around. Mickey with 600 move speed, allowing his IO to juke and jive. The Rupture finally thrown in with a Blood Right out, connecting with nobody but Hester Joe.
They need to get on top of the IO.
So hard. I thought they had him. Biver unable to finish the job, and Tiger just sprinting around, dodging that Sunstrike.
once Arc Warden gets the control item, he might go for a Hex as the next item.
It's one of those, oh yeah, they've got an Arc Warden games. It's like they've got an anti-mage or something. It feels like he's done very little to help in team fights, but he's always that backup plan. He's there farming, securing that late game. Mjolnir, Boots of Travel. A decent amount of gold saved up as well for that next item. Shikuchi on Insania. No real targets bottom to go on. FNG might show himself, but not when Boxy jumps into the creep wave to clear it up.
If you check Panda's item progression, he had amazing farm, good timing on a Blink Dagger, but after that, like, he bought the Soul Ring.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Like, he had 1,000 gold saved up and he buys a Soul
Yeah.
Ring. It feels a little bit janky, but Insania, Shikuchi to get away from danger. Boxy jumped in here, and with a Primal Split, he'll cast Biver, and with the Blood Ride down, it will be an easy pick-off. They want to chase for more here. Invoker, no Aegis, remember, has a Yule Scepter. Sent up into the air by the Storm Panda, but the Dust and the Blood Ride. Mickey charging forward. The Yule's up will dodge the Silence as they both get brought down to the ground. That's the hard landing from up on high. FNG back up onto the high ground with a toss from Biver. Mickey, he does not care. He does not care. Maybe now he does. Hester Joe finally gets into battle with the Weaver. And Boxy and Qualifier. Tempest double. Fiend's Grip back. The buybacks from Team Spirit. They were costly, but they will allow them to win a fight.
It didn't proc. If Mjolnir procced, he would die.
The Drow, yeah.
Yeah. So who bought back? 1, 2,
Tiny
two
and Bane.
buybacks. That's not too bad. Only 2 supports, which means if they die next fight, we're gonna have 25 seconds added.
How much did they get for killing Mickey? 873. Godlike streak taken. Insania. Is he looking just to re-steal Shikuchi? Yeah, it's nearly timed out. There we go. Thank you very much, sir. I will take Shikuchi, refresh it, and get ready for what's coming. FNG sees all. Observer Ward down on the shrine, preparing for that next Roshan potentially. Get that deep vision up in this area as well. Still got an obs on him. Where are you going, FNG? Is that your DD rune, FNG? Is that your DD rune? Apparently not. Drow Ranger will be the greedy one to take it.
The problem is that Bloodseeker, if he doesn't die in a team fight, they get him low, he can just easily regen up once he's tethered. And what level is Io? Level 13. So once he gets to level 15, he's gonna use 2 Ruptures in a team fight.
So so Brewmaster blinks in, Io tethers him, get the Brewmaster Ags ulti, and then you tether the Bloodseeker to get the double Ruptures. Oh dear, has to joke. Forced to BKB and time lapse. Alliance getting very aggressive now as this game moves on. 25 minutes in. I think Qualifier might just have said, guys, I'm kind of ready. I've got 16,000 net worth. Should we start playing Dota 2? I think the Arc Warden wants to play.
Yeah, now when he gets the Hex, double Rupture, it's gonna be so hard for Team Spirit to fight into that.
Imagine Arc Warden had an Aghanim Scepter upgrade as well. Triple Tempest double. Tempest triple. You get another clone.
1.5 times Tempest double.
Well, how do you cut him in half? Which way do you cut him in half? Top half, bottom half, or like down the middle?
I would take bottom half.
You take his bottom half. So you're one of the people that wants the mermaid with the fish top and the woman bottom?
Yeah, but what about Centaur? Which part would you take?
Which part would I take?
Yeah.
And I don't want
the
to
left or the right part of the Centaur. I mean, it's also the bottom.
I don't want to take it.
Part joke, but it doesn't stand that way.
I don't want to take him deep. That's for sure. That's something I don't want to do. I don't know. I'll take the left part of the Centaur.
So left part, but not deep.
But not deep.
What about Medusa? Naga Siren.
Ooh.
Top part, definite.
Yes.
I'm a simple man.
But you've got to paint the nipples on because she doesn't have any.
Dire are
Did you
scanning.
zoom in?
Of course. It's a naked lady.
All right, Gary.
Oh, Insania. Shikuchi away from danger. I just saw someone buy a BKB. Was that Drow Ranger? Yeah, 10-second BKB on Drow.
Radiant's bottom tower
Qualifier.
is under attack.
Chipping away at tier 3s already.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, meanwhile, he was controlling the illusion on bottom lane. Just died with the real hero. Roche just spawned, so that's
Radiant's bottom tower is
where
under
Team
attack.
Spirit will want to fight. Arc Warden bought the ultimate orb, so he doesn't have a buyback for this fight.
60 seconds without it. 9. Ghost walk away from Blood Right. Primal Split already used. Mika here with a Rupture ready, but FNG with Enfeeble and Nightmare back puts the IO to sleep. Do they have the damage in with the Ghost Ball? It silence him up, and Mika's BKB keeps him up and running in this fight, but Hester Joe. Nightmare to save him. Still Ruptured.
What a
not
save.
for long now. Biver in. The Aeon Disc from Boxy, it's there, but with no Primal Split, no clap, no nothing. He is trapped, stuck, and dead. Insania Shikuchi away, but look at the Weaver.
Look at the double damage, Jerry.
Outside Roshan. Yet again, they've been praying to RNG's Team Spirit. They've got a shrine in their scrim room. Photographs of Ice Frog.
Oh man, Roll Ranger has 650 damage with Alacrity and DD.
Dire's middle
Where's
tower
this
is
Drow
under
Ranger come
attack.
from? 28 minutes of AFK jungling and Skitter now is prepared to take some buildings.
Oh, that's a bad glyph. Oh. Also, FNG placed a ward inside a base. Do they have a sentry? They don't know about it.
That's really painful.
Yeah, now they don't have a glyph. I mean, they have Arc Warden and everyone is ready. Still tier 1 tower and tier 2 tower on the bottom, so I think Team Spirit doesn't want to siege the high ground.
It always feels awkward glyphing tier 2s as well. You know, even if they land that glyph, even if they keep that tower alive a couple
All right.
seconds.
Now they have another glyph since they killed tier 1 tower on the bottom.
So it literally doesn't matter.
MKBs are must-have against Arc Warden if you're playing those range heroes. Both Weaver and Drow are building it.
What's Invoker up to? BKB after Aghanims. And brings out a blink as well. So now you have this mobile Invoker. Level 21, Cataclysm is online. That's pretty big up against the IO as well. If you can Tornado, Cataclysm, a couple of heroes. Things get spooky for Alliance. Aeon Disc on the Brewmaster will, at the very least, give them a guaranteed Primal Split in the fight. I don't know if he's really eyeing up Skitter here. They've got Relocate. Tiger not really near anyone who he can take with him, so they'll just let the Drow Ranger keep on pushing. Mid lane. Say goodnight. It is nap time. 9 absolutely slays Insania.
Cataclysm is not a spell that deals damage in terms, yeah, you can move, but it's more like a zoning spell because you don't know where you need to move. You have just 2 seconds to move.
Tiger. How dead is he on a scale of why he's dead? He is gone. Ice Wall, Cold Snap, no chance of reprieve for the IO. They're not done either. Skitter he's sprinting straight towards that Arc Warden. Shadow Blade's going to wear out in 3 or 4 seconds. Qualifier unlikely here to push another wave with his hero. Sends the Tempest double forward. Just look at where Team Spirit are positioned though. I feel like this is one of their strongest aspects of their gameplay. Is when they know that they've, you know...
Sunstrike, Rock. Oof.
Or Cataclysm. This is where you wish that you just use a Sunstrike and not Cataclysm for the Rubik kill. Because then you'd have another Sunstrike for maybe a kill on Boxy. But yeah, just the way that Team Spirit are, you know, Weaver is here. They've got all the lanes pushed out, and they're still playing very, very deep. They can taste blood in the water, Team Spirit, and they are trying to close this one out. Viver with the full staff on top of the blink, going for the highly mobile tiny build. Qualifiers Tempest double, trying to deal with the Invoker. 9 having none of his nonsense. Courier being scouted. Forged Spirits will not catch up.
Why is he tipping Mickey?
I think he meant to tip Qualifier. I feel like that was a misclick.
They need that hex on Arc Warden.
How far is it?
But he also needs a buyback.
Farms pretty quickly. So he's about 900 gold away from hex and buyback. Jeez Louise. I mean, DD Tiny okay, but Io just ceased to exist. Within a fraction of a second, he was 100 to 0. Qualifier gonna push all the way down with his hero.
Tower is under attack.
Team Spirit getting ready for high ground potentially now.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Aegis is about to expire. What is it? 10 seconds. No overcommitment from Team Spirit. Just looking to hem this one out slowly but surely. Move up onto the high ground. Would like at least a pick off on someone in the next 30 seconds or so, but it looks like they're going to get it. Qualifier with a quick TP home, buyback, and Scythe of Vice. It's ready now, Lacoste.
Both buyback and sight, and this hero farms so quickly, it's insane. I think Team Spirit doesn't want to rush anything. They need third Roche so they can siege the high ground. They feel pretty confident playing this game since they have a Draw Ranger and other 3 range heroes.
And good dewarding from Alliance, just clearing out this shrine area. They've got themselves Abyssal on the Bloodseeker now, so like you said, that basher into Abyssal, it's there. He's got lockdown and a way to actually fight up against the Drow and the Weaver. Like for Arc Warden, really is going to be that driving force for Alliance moving forward. The next fight really should be angled around that Roshan. 1 minute 45 for the fast spawn. Could be a little longer than that though, depending on the RNG. Feels like both teams getting a bit skittish now. No one's confident with, you know, playing aggressively or making any real defining moves. It's all waiting for your opponents to make a slip up, you know, a pick off here or something that just, you know, wiggles loose a little bit.
Yeah, either that or both teams feel pretty confident going super late game.
Here is a 5-man smoke from Alliance though. Literally, as I say, no one's making any decisive, confident moves. Alliance, 5-man group up, smoke forward. No one is holding top lane though. Skitter, Drow Ranger, smoke has popped, and Qualifier needs to get in here with a Hex and a Blood Right. They've caught the Drow with a 4-staff Nightmare, backing out. Boxy moves in with a Qualifier Flux. They've got a Hex the second time, but Skitter BKBs. And high ground will be held. Weaver moves forward, good swarm, but the Abyssal Blade is there. The BKB's out, Hester Joe has time lapse. Shibuchiing in towards the Tiger Isles. The Primal Split, it arrives at long last, but it feels a little bit late. As Hester Joe, the second rupture, is that from the Ags? I think Tiger might just have done it, but the Cataclysm! Oh, Mickey drops within an inch of his life, but Tiger will survive. The Fiend's Grip cancelled out with another gust now from the Drow. Mickey sprinting in and clears up the Drow Ranger. This BKB Bloodseeker charging forward. 9 BKBs himself, but is hiding behind his tier 4s. Tiger Tether down to low ground. Cold Snap damage. Oh, hello. Arc Warden back in. Another Hex and another kill. Qualifier absolutely slaying them as the Weavers die back will most surely put a stamp of Alliance's approval on this game.
Yeah, that's 1, 2, 3 diebacks on side of Team Spirit. Also, Weaver had cheese, didn't use it. It was in backpack 2 times.
Oh dear.
They need to kill this IO.
That's a 7,000 net worth swing towards Alliance. That is that has reset the game in terms of metrics. That has sent Team Spirit tumbling.
If they can somehow get Lotus Orb on one of the heroes, maybe Tiny can buy it against the Hex, against the Bloodseeker.
And Roshan is alive now. Alliance just want to try and close out the remaining outer towers. Glyph here on the tier 2 from Team Spirit to slow things down a touch, but Roshan has been scouted. Foxy will start that up, so tier 2 should die, and Alliance will come back and deal with the Roshan, get themselves that wonderful little Aegis cheese, but also Refresher Shard maybe for the Brewmaster, get a double split going.
I'm not sure what happens if you refresh the charges on Bloodseeker ulti with Aghanim Scepter.
As far as I... So it never used to, right? With like Remnants and Earth Spirit Stones, but they had a fix at some point where it does, like Octarine and Refresher refreshes charges. But I don't know about Rupture. Dota has so many weird little things. Where it's like, it works for this, but not for that. And here comes the high ground push. Qualifier with the bubble. And Brewmaster with the primal split straight up. Throws it out for the tier 3. Refresher Shard and Aeon Disc on Boxy as well. Safety nets are in place. Nice little Cyclone, keeps 9 out of the fight. Tier 3 dies without much of resistance there from Team Spirit, but they'll be happy they've not lost Rax.
This is not looking good for Team Spirit right now. Cheese, Aegis, and Refresher, even though they have one cheese on Weaver.
The line has been drawn as well. Qualifier has this lane bottom absolutely annihilated. DD is spawned down there as well, but no way for Alliance to get over towards it. Focusing their efforts on middle and top for now. Team Spirit with no way to move out of their base. They've got an Octarine BKB on the Invoker. They're not going to go for a smoke up or anything. Ghostwalk is there from 9. Sentry Ward just out of range of the Radiant one. Full sense of security for sure here. And they do finally smoke, looking for this play that could end the game. Assault Cuirass for Bloodseeker arrives. Buyback status looking pretty dry on that front. Arc Warden, Brewmaster, Rubik, the only 3 heroes in this entire game, with buyback as Team Spirit going for a long-ass wraparound. Rune will respawn just before they get to it. Haste Rune bottom. Bounty Rune's grabbed and the scan is there from Alliance, so they shove up onto the high ground and look for the barracks. Another primal split, why the hell not? Move in. Get that demolish damage in on that barracks and force Team Spirit to react. Tornado up. There is that magnetic field. Put the bubble down. Easy melee barracks and Team Spirit. A few difficulties now to deal with, but with a good Fiend's Grip, they'll trap the Bloodseeker. Aegis and BKB still available for him as the primal split cancelled by the Gust, but the Aeon Disc, it will pop and dispel and he will come back. And with that primal split and chase them down, as Hester Joe's Ruptured Weaver has to stand his ground and just wait for Alliance to retreat.
That was a good fight. Grip used just to start a fight, even though he has Aegis. He's waiting for some kind of a reaction from Alliance. Rubik comes closer, uses Spell Steal, then Tiny just blows him up.
They do lose the melee, but it feels like that was the least of their worries. Dealing with Qualifiers Arc Warden feels very difficult at this point. Hester Joe swing into the Lincoln Sphere to try and deal with this double Scythe of Vice. Might even... Drow Ranger's going to go Butterfly, it looks like. Invoker, how are we doing on that front? He wants a refresher, but now you're staring down the barrel of a Bloodthorn.
Also, he's level 25, so he has 600 plus spark rate damage. He can easily just zone out people. Panda goes in, controls the team fight, and they slowly siege.
Now he's got Bloodthorn, it's close to 700 damage. 694. with that damage amp. 9. Oh, the wisp ball. Tiger teabagged him. Not going to chase. Look at them. Shadowblade and Ghost Walk, but they are not comfortable in their own skin. They have to back up, hold the high ground. Smoke again.
Yeah, Tiny has that Lotus Orb I was talking about queued up. They desperately need that item. This item could change the whole fight.
Alliance feeling very strong now. Confidence definitely a factor here for Mickey. Aegis, 10 seconds. That's all he has on that second life. Team Spirit looking to time this one now. Biva Invis, Io caught. There's the nice Avocado. Whoa! Combo! AoE definitely blasts through as well as the... Oh, Alliance, you are in trouble, my sons. Tiger chased down. Does have that tether with the Insania. Rubik Shikuching away, but dear, oh dear, oh dear. Mickey finally gets a kill back. Trades out with Skitter, but doesn't have many targets remaining. The Koik for Arc Warden buys back and moves into the fight with the Abyssal Blade there. Nice Avalanche buys time, but 9 is already gone. This is the Mickey show. His teammates died, but he will destroy Team Spirit. 1v5, whatever. Bloodseeker absolutely annihilates them. Biva and 9 now pretty much have to defend on their lonesome. Tiny. That last avalanche will buy back after death. Mickey with no BKB. Toss up with the meatball on top. Claim a kill on him, but he's got buyback ready. Not going to expend it just yet because Alliance, they've claimed that melee racks on bottom already. They came, they saw, and they conquered.
That was a sick play from Tiny and Invoker. 3-man toss and combo into Cataclysm plus...
Yeah. Beautiful stuff.
So that was a buyback from Arc Warden. Let's see who has a buyback. 1, 2, 3 buybacks used. Invoker, Arc Warden, and Tiny.
Things definitely deteriorating here for Team Spirit. You know, you look at a situation like that and sick plays, absolutely gorgeous. Like you said with that combo. But if you get such an amazing combo and you still lose a fight because the Bloodseeker is absolutely roaring past your main heroes and slaying the backline like the Drow Ranger, if you can't deal with him, what really is your game plan? Biva?
The problem was that he had Aegis.
Eon Disc is there for Boxy.
What did he steal? Oh, Fiend's Grip.
The guaranteed steal. Roshan, 50 seconds for fast spawn. BKB now for the Arc Warden. Qualifier incredibly farmed. 31,000 net worth. I mean, Mickey's not even that far behind now. Moving into Radiance next. Since he's done with the Assault Cuirass and the Abyssal.
Tiny getting closer to that Lotus Orb. If he sells bottle, magic stick, let me just check, do the math real quickly. Cost 4,000 for Lotus Orb. Yeah, he's not gonna have it.
For the twins.
Ooh. Mickey with a blink dagger.
Yeah, he wants to get on top of the Drow Ranger and just kill her, so other heroes are not gonna be able to deal damage in the fights.
Yeah. Or even the Invoker, right?
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, that's a lot of right-click damage. He can also kill Invoker since Invoker doesn't have a buyback.
Blink Abyssal is going to be incredibly spooky. Roshan up. No one checked.
Oh. No. Drow Ranger was just in and went out. So Alliance will know that Roche is up. They're going to go for it.
Sunstrike scouts. Roshan wanders out onto his porch and wonders who's gone with the old ding-dong dash. Rings his doorbell and runs away. Cheeky Alliance playing childish games with the poor old man inside his cave. Qualifiers Tempest double. Unstoppable as it shoves in this mid-wave. Aeon Disc is popped on Boxy, but he's opening up with the Primal Split, and that is Skitter dead. Buyback is forced. Alliance now back up and consider Roshan.
I guess they can just wait for the buyback to be available on Arc Warden. What's the timing? 3 minutes, 50 seconds. The lanes are gonna be pushed out. There's always Arc Warden, Tempest Double, being
your
on a
base.
different side of the map. Yeah.
He's in your base. One hit onto the range racks. Alliance have so much spam. I mean, he didn't go for the Bloodrite cooldown talent, of course. Went for that kind of right-click build, lifesteal with the thirst, move speed, and damage. Feeling a little bit nicer this game for Mickey. But even so, Bloodrite, 12-second cooldown.
They have enough zoning tools with Panda. Also Arc Warden, Spark Rate. As you mentioned, 700 damage with the spell amp. So he just wants to be that right clicker.
Punch people down. Oh, there we go. Qualifier, you beautiful lad. Buys a gem for Insania. Maybe for Boxy. Yeah, Boxy's got a slot. Hand it over to Boxy. Level 25, not far away for the Brew here. 65-second primal split cooldown reduction. Should be pretty nice this game, just to try and break the remainder of these base buildings for Team Spirit.
Once Io gets his, what's it called? Always forget the name of that item. Eon Disc. Gonna be so hard to kill anyone on the side of Alliance.
Oh, Joe. No. Shikuchi, but dead. Keeps the cheese. Buyback is ready. He's pretty much got enough. Not quite, but very close to having Lincoln's completed. But Alliance, they're in the Roshan pit. No way the Weaver gets into this fight. No way the Team Spirit get into this fight. So there we have it again. Refresher, Aegis, cheese. The trifecta of glory for Alliance held in hands, but can they put them to good use? Can they end this game? They're having some struggles.
They have cheese, Aegis, Refresher Shard. They should be able to go top and just try to take a fight. If it's not going well, they can slow siege. Beaver is gone for 50 seconds. So they can at least force a buyback.
Where's my Brewmaster level 25? That's what Alliance are asking. Where is our permanent primal split? Then they can slow siege forever. Team Spirit preparing themselves, putting up their defenses. Seal up the blast doors. Don't let the Alliance in. Seeing Mickey leading the charge here, just blinking straight forward. A good EMP Tornado removes the mana and pops the Eon Disc. That's pretty important now because Boxy's there with Refresher Shard and Gem. Potentially no way to escape. We'll pop the Primal Split though with the help of the IO. And that's Aghanim's upgraded as well. He's got extra spells now. Cyclone up onto the Drow as this little Storm Panda causing some problems. Hester Joe. Just Shikuchi in and out, throw in the Swarm, but the damage is just so significant onto these buildings. You can feel it. Team Spirit, they're trying so hard to keep their base alive, and Cataclysm will arrive. Damage into the Brew, looking good, but the Refresher Shard, the heal, and he is kept alive with Primal Split available now as the Silence wears off, and in they jump with Mickey. Abyssal Blade onto the Drow Ranger. Evade. No way, skitter this. Damn, Drow Ranger runs away from Mickey some way, somehow. The IO in trouble now as the Weaver sprints forward. Shikuchi is there with him. Oh, Mickey and Qualifier in trouble. He needs to regen back up. The Aegis is there and he heals back up off the kill on the Weaver.
Weaver has a buyback, but the bottom lane is pushing. They have 2 siege creeps.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Tier 4s are dying. Rax top survive. Alliance keep their hands on the Aegis. Their hands on the Gem. Team Spirit defending for now, Lacoste.
Invoker has enough money to buy Refresher Orb, but does he have a buyback? Yes, he does. So
Illusion.
he needs more gold to get money for both of those.
Arc Warden is dead for so long. 4,400 gold surplus.
A kingdom
Time to buy a Moonshard for himself. Illusions from the Bloodseeker. How much damage can they do? 713. Go on, one hit. That's all. It's one hit. Oh. Well, 9 damage. Worth it.
If someone else was standing near that Rax instead of 9, it would deal more damage.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Oh, FNG. Oh, FNG. Places a ward down. Unfortunately, a sentry already there for Alliance. Can't see the ward just yet. They are preparing themselves for round 33 here. We're pushing the Radiant base. Primal split. Go on, move forward. A bit more damage. A bit more damage. Go on. You can do it. Who's that tome for? Must be Rubik, right? Oh no, Io needs it as well. Io could be good.
I really don't see Team Spirit winning this game, but it's Dota. If Invoker pulls an amazing combo with Refresher Orb, but they're not going to be able to leave the base.
It has to be on the Invoker, right?
Yes.
He's lifted, dragged back in, Abyssal Blade up, and killed. Instant buyback will come through as Mickey's BKB has been forced out. A forced staff from the Tiny up to the high ground as Qualifier chases him down. Tether on the Rubik, moving back onto Biver and slay him. Put him in the ground. Does have buyback. Invoker shoving out the lanes, try and alleviate at least a little bit of this pressure because Team Spirit bleeding out at this point. Roxy with another primal split. Should be the end of this melee barracks at long last. Taken out of the game. No glyph here for the Radiant, so the entire lane should be falling. Another Drow Ranger sent skyward by the Cyclone of the Brew, and Qualifier sticking around here for the second lane of Rax in the mid, but they jump forward. There's the BKB. Qualifier and Mickey moving in with the Cataclysm on. They've got Insania drop low, and 9 with a Refresher, or another big Deafening Blast, and the Nightmare on to Tiger. Should be a kill on the Io here. Nothing to tether to. Nowhere to hide. 9 runs in and looks for more. Brewmaster caught with a nice little ice wall, but the primal split somehow comes through the cold snap with that Earth Panda escaping. Can they kill them? They've got reveal, but the Storm Panda surviving through it all. Do they think that's the last one? Oh,
yeah.
He's running away. Qualifier kills FNG somewhere. But Boxy alive with the one remaining Panda. Oh, Hester Joe, no, does not see him go.
So that's Mega Creeps. They're gonna have a hard time defending this.
Time for Drow to go Aghanims Mjolnir. Just to clear through some of these Mega Creeps. And there we go, Moonshard. Mr. Arc Warden. Still with 6,000 gold saved up. Do or die time for Team Spirit. They are moving across the map with some intent to push high ground with maybe the catapult wave, but
they can't push it. Invoker can TP, but that's pretty much it. You have Arc Warden with Temple. Tempest double ready. Panda splitting. The lanes are gonna push into your base.
It's seemingly impossible. They'll get a bit of damage on the tier 3, that's it. They know they can do no more. What's Boxy doing? Getting pinged by his teammates, not entirely sure what he was up to, but Qualifier goes in with a Scythe of Vice. And the Bloodthorn onto 9, that's a lot of damage. BKB's up as well. And Hester Joe forced to come back with the help of FNG to just deal with this bloody Tempest double. Look at it, just chunking away at the tier 4s.
If Alliance wants to play this safe, they will take the Roche and then go for a finish. Since Team Spirit can't leave the base.
Double damage rune outside the pit. How long on Roche? Come on, 20 seconds until fast spawn. Let's see what they get up to. The line has been drawn now. Insania says, get everything across pretty much to this point here. And then we hold the line on these high ground ridges. Try and go for that slow, soft proxy push little by little with the primal splits. 9. Do they have reveal? Oh, Tiger with a heart swaps the dust out or sells the dust. Nothing to see 9 hiding away in that ghost walk for now.
Roche spawn 2 minutes.
Pretty long. Permanent primal split though. How do you stop this, Team Spirit? This is going to start getting very, very awkward. Drow Ranger already forced back to Fountain as their tier 4 falls. Magnetic Field being spammed out here as Tiny jumps in. Cataclysm there. The BKBs come out of everybody. Team Spirit spam there. So looking for the kill off the Arc Warden. They might just have it. Damage done. Arc Warden down. Has flyback available. Has to Joe with a quick time-lapse there. Not doing a hell of a lot, but the Bloodseeker cold snap. Tiger tethers. And Alliance completely out of danger, or are they? Another good avalanche toss. Another primal split though, equally to turn the tides of the fight as Alliance just bullying Team Spirit. Qualifier is back in action, and with his magnetic field forward, his Tempest double, he's aiming for Invoker. Skyward sent with the Cyclone there, a blink back from 9 to stay alive, but the creeps are coming, and these mega creeps, they are not to be messed with. Skitter and Viva looking for Tiger. Tiger with a heart, tethers back into Mickey, and Alliance, they relax, they breathe, and they reset. Because Team Spirit are panicking and sweating balls right now. There are mega creeps in their base and Alliance are not done. Primal split again, would you believe it? That's like 4 in a row. Non-stop, relentless aggression. Alliance want to end this game. Team Spirit, they do not want to allow this at all.
Slow that by
Who's the 8-foot-tall Amazonian? Alliance. That's who. FNG half HP. He's chased down and Mickey 2 taps him into the ground. Your grave has been dug and Tiger, he's all over the place. He's doing pirouettes on this IO, spinning and dancing as he pleases. Cataclysm will do not a damn thing as Team Spirit have lost their Drow, their Bane. They'll lose their Tiny and the game. GG is called and Alliance tie things up. It's best of 3.
This one was interesting, Gary. That huge gold swing from Alliance. What were they